Hello guys, this is a polyglot programmer and I'm coming back to you with the first video on one of the features of my game. My plan is to have at least one video a week. I'm still trying to get into schedule um, and to kind of document the process of developing the game. And on this video, I'm not going to go um, too much into the game rules and whatnot. I'm gonna make another video on that and talk about my design process and how I came to the idea and um, how I'm working through the problems. For now, I'm actually gonna talk about one specific problem, which I'm gonna explain. So the basic premise for the game is that you are a politician, right? You're this guy over here, or some other couple of other characters, and you need to walk around the city, and you have a number of different tasks and objectives that you need to accomplish. And as any other city, you have pedestrians and you have NPCs and AI characters that are walking around the city, right? And uh, if you're familiar with Unreal game development a little bit, you know that it's pretty easy to make AI actually walk, right? So to make AI walk, basically, what you would do is um, I can quickly show. So you would use something like this. Yeah, like this, for example. You would basically get a random location in a navigation radius, navigable radius. That's a weird word. And then you basically tell the AI to go there. The go to function doesn't really exist. This is one of my events, and you tell the AI to move to that specific point. So that's pretty easy, but that's a random location, right? So let's say that, for example, oh, and for that to work, you would have to add one of these guys over here, right? Add a nav mesh bounds volume, right? So this guy over here that looks just like all the other guys that I have over there, right? And for that to work, the AI would need to be inside one of these green areas over here. I have several in my map, my testing map here, right? And but my problem was this, right? So that I wanted a AI to keep walking in the sidewalks, to cross the street in the correct place, right? And not just randomly walk all over the place, right? And so I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna use this little area over here to demonstrate how I solved the problem, right? So let's start by just adding a nav mesh bound over here. And you can see the area is highlighted. You can have that by pressing P. If you press P, all the nav mesh bounds volumes in your map, they'll get highlighted or unhighlighted, right? And in this case, I'm just gonna, no, I don't want to make everything big. I just want to make you big. I want to make you very big. You make this area a little bigger. Okay. So now I have a Nash mesh bound in this area over here, right? So, and like I said, I want AI to keep walking in the right path. I want AI to cross this pathway over here, right? This pedestrian. I don't want the AI to go around into the street randomly and just wander around and get hit by a car. So the way I did that is, let me start by adding an AI, actually, right? So I have a bunch of AIs over here. Let's see, I have this biker guy. So let me add this biker guy. And I'm just gonna play from here. All right, this guy is here. So he's not doing anything, right? Because I didn't actually told him to walk to a random place for now. And he's just sitting there, right? It's kind of weird. But let's see what we can do with him. So let's say that I want this guy to actually follow paths from here to here, here to here. I want him to cross this side, this I want him to cross over here and then cross over there, right? And then I want him to kind of go back over here. Let's see. Right, and then what I did is that I created this system called simple pedestrian navigation, right? So I have this, I have these nodes, which are called path nodes. Just add how many of these I want. And these are basically the points that I want my AI to walk to, right? It's yeah. All right, so I added my path nodes. I know that I want my AI to walk to those places. Okay, let's see what happens if I play. All right, the guy, he walked to the nearest one, but he didn't do anything. I wonder why. I know that there's another one over here. It's not showing a game time, but yeah, we know. Let's see. He didn't walk over there because when I add a new node like this, I need to come to the node and I need to come to this edges array property. I add one, I click on the little drop icon, and I find another node, and boom. Now, oh, this guy now has a connection to that guy. And I can do the same back, right? So let's see what happens if I play now. Oh, wait, wasn't that guy just standing over there? Now he's walking over there? That's weird. About now? Oh, he's coming back. So what this is actually doing is that um, this is actually, once he gets to a node, he's actually getting the list of connections and choosing a node at random. In this case, there's only one connection each. So let's add a couple of other connections here. So I'm going to add one guy here. See that there's an arrow here to instruct. This guy, I don't want him to go back over there. I want him to come here, right? And from here, I want him to go over there, right? Let's say that from here, I also want him to be able to go back, right? But from here, he can go back, but from here, he can only walk one way. So he's always going to come back here. And this guy, I want him to be able to cross the street right here, but I also want him to be able to go over there, right? And from here, he's not going to be able to go back. So let's see what happens now. All right, so he's going. The thing is that this is at random, so he could, like right now, he could just as well go back, and it would all be fine. But in this case, he didn't. He went over there. All right, from here, yeah, let's see. All right, so let's see where he's gonna go. Oh, he came back here, but now he may just stick on this path forever, right? Cool. This is interesting. One other thing that I added to this system, right, is a controller, right? I added this guy, and this guy basically contains the navigation data of all the nodes in my map, right? And where was I? I think I was over here. I was somewhere over here. Right, yeah, contain navigation data of all the nodes in my map. How does my controller knows? Right, so every time I want to update my controller, what I do is that I select any node. It can be any node in the map. It doesn't need to be any of the new nodes. I find the navigation properties and I hit update. This is just like a fake button that I created. It's a little bit of a hack. So once I do this, I'm clicking that, nothing is happening in the UI, but it's actually going to the controller and updating as a little database. And now my controller knows about it. Why do I need that? Right? I need that because if I want my character to actually follow a specific path and just stick to that path, right? So let's say that I want my guy to go from here, and then I need to give a label to my to my node. If I do not give a label, then the controller will give a name to this guy based on the number. But if I give a label, so let's call it tutorial label 1. So this guy is now called tutorial label 1, and I want him to go all the way over there. So tutorial label 2, right? Now I'm actually gonna make this, I'm actually gonna allow this guy to go back. As you can see here, I added an arrow back. And if you want to know which which arrow represents each one of the array items, I added this visualization here. So I know that, for example, if you go close here, I know that 1 is this one. So if I want to delete that one, I just delete this one. 0 is that one, and so on and so forth. So if a node has a lot of connections, that kind of makes more sense. So I gave a name to this guy, tutorial label 1, as you can see here, and I gave a label to that guy over there. Select, yeah, tutorial label 2. All right, but now I want this guy to just keep patrolling between there and come back. So what I do is that I select the pedestrian, the AI. I click follow path. Boom. I choose the source node, label 1. So I'm going to start from here. I choose the target node. And if I want him to just go and sit there forever, I just leave it like this. If I want him to keep patrolling, going back and forth, I just hit loop path. And now, if I play, nothing's happening. I wonder why. Let's see. What did I forget? Probably I forgot to hit update. So let's see. If I hit update here, save it, and now I'm gonna, yes. See how everything's linked? So yeah, I hit update. My controller got updated, so my controller now knows where the tutorial label 1 is, and tutorial label 2 is. And now my guy is gonna keep going back and forth those 2 points. So he's gonna get here and he should walk back. All right, and that's it for my pedestrian navigation system, guys. Let me know if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe also. And if you like the system, if you want to use it, I'll be glad to break this out of my game and make this into a downloadable project so you guys can use it in your own games. I'm happy to share. No constraints about that. And that's it for now. Hope to see you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.